Welcome, everyone. My name is Caitlin. I'm the editor of International Confectionery magazine. Today, I have the utmost pleasure of being joined by Inge Demeyere, who is the managing director for bakery, ice cream, and confectionery at Cargill Food Solutions Europe. Inge, thank you for joining with me today.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Could you start us off by talking a little bit about your role at Cargill and your background in the confectionery industry?
Yes, I will do so. Well, today I'm the managing director for the bakery, the ice cream, and the confectionery at Cargill Food Solutions EMEA. So that means that I'm looking for growing those categories for Cargill in Europe. Before that, I was the managing director for the chocolate business in Europe, and I did that from 2014 till February 2023. And before, I came from a commercial director role in the chocolate business as I joined the chocolate in 2009. And before, I was doing supply chain trading management and M&A projects in the oils business. And I started my career as a trader in a family company van der Moortle. And then I joined Cargill in the bottling business. So that's a little bit my career today.
Great. Thank you, Inge, for that. I wanted to start this interview off by talking about the consumer. Of course, we're very concerned with trends that we see in the market. In your opinion and your role at Cargill Food Solutions, how would you say consumers are enjoying their chocolate, and have you noticed any changes in their behaviours and attitudes?
Very good question. And indeed, consumers are the most important ones. They consume our products. But today, the consumers they are increasingly mindful of the food that they are eating, and also where the ingredients are coming from. On the other hand, they want also an innovative and a sensory experience, which is very important. So the trends that we are seeing, like the plant-based sustainability, they are all coming up. But I want to mention two topics. I'd say that we go more and more to the pure indulgence. And what does that mean, pure indulgence? It's about clean label. It's about being good. It's about buying something that is not at the cost of the health and the nutrition for the consumer. So the clean label is coming more and more there. There are a lot of 70% of our consumers, they're considering, for example, the lack of additional sweeteners as being very important. So you have the pure indulgence, but like I just said before also, consumers want to look also for new experiences. And that can be also flavors. And they want to try that out and they want to experiment with that. So if you look at consumer study, then people like ourselves also, 63% are saying, yes, we will make an impulse buy when there's and we want to experiment that. And we see that with younger people, but we see that also with older people. And we are seeing back also the nostalgic flavors. So if yourself looking back a little bit to the memories, the memories before of simpler times, and you say, okay, I like nostalgic flavors like caramel, we see that also coming back. So that are the two things. One, pure indulgence, the clean label. Secondly, also, they want to experiment with new things and having that whole experience when they consume a product.
Which is very interesting. I think when we talk about these trends, there's so much going on. And as you say, an increasingly discerning consumer. How do you at Cargill Food Solutions keep up with what is arguably quite a fast-changing and evolving market?
Of course, yes, that is true. So there are rapidly changing world demands, and we need to do that also in a transformative approach. So as a reputation of Cargill, our reputation is reliability, it's security, but it's also standing for innovation. And we are well positioned as Cargill to become the go-to partner for our customers and to realize also together in a co-creation food ambitions that they win into the market. Question is, how do we do that? Well, on one side, we look at, together with our customers, we look at future trends. And future trends that comes from Trend Tracker, Ingredient Tracker, which is looking to make macro shopping habits and the consumer behavior on a global scale. But also we look at category-specific surveys, that there is a deep dive of one of the consumer insights. And let's give me an example. If we do a consumer insight deep dive on sustainability, then we really look at the consumers, what they want to see, where is the interest of the consumer on sustainability. And if you look at results on that, then you can see that 55% of consumers, they want to have something incorporated that is more sustainable foods in their diet, which is very important. So if we look at sustainability as a trend, then we can work on that to support that sustainability with the customer. And we have, for example, a very good example on Cargill Cocoa Promise, where we make sure that we have the full transparency on the deep expertise that we have from the origin where we are in, and we can also support the sustainability and look on a fair working conditions throughout the whole supply chain with our farmers from the bean to the bar. So that's how we work together. Another example, and the life cycle analysis data. And that means that it's following the footprint, the quantification of the emissions of the ingredients in the full supply chain of the product. So it means that we can give data to our customers that in their product, we can give them more insights on the sustainability, which is, I think, a great thing to do. So sustainability is one of the key trends that we are seeing in the business.
Absolutely. And I think having quantifiable data, its value can't be underestimated or understated, because I can imagine for you as a business, having that to hand and also maybe showing customers it is really helpful just to have a better understanding of what solutions can be more sustainable. I wanted to talk to you as well, Inge, about the gourmet chocolate market, which is, of course, a very interesting and growing market. What would you say is fueling growth in this market, and why are you, as a business, looking into it? Why are you investing in it?
Well, we are investing a lot in the chocolate today in Cargill. So it's a dynamic world in the chocolate market, a dynamic time. But we have in our gourmet spaces and for the industrial chocolate also. Last year we opened the House of Chocolate, and that's an innovation center next to our Moeskroen production site, where we, let's say, have a role to play with our customer to co-create and support in innovations. And for gourmet, this is very important. We have a demonstration kitchen over there where we do master classes, where we invite chefs, where we have chefs who are coming in, bakery chefs, pastry chefs, where we then also do demonstrations on how to use a product, but also to bring our new innovations to the market, which can be decorations, but which can also be, for example, dairy-free, new white chocolate, new caramel chocolate. So that's one of the things where we invested in our House of Chocolate. We are also investing in let's say, in Moeskroen, in building new lines for expanding our gourmet business. So I think that's a very important growth area, because we see that the gourmet space and the product portfolio is a growing market, where, if the out-of-home consumption of people is growing, so also that is then for the branded business and for the bakery chefs and for the pastry chefs, it's important to have a good brand, to have a good product, and that's where we play in.
And speaking quite simply, people love chocolate and will continue to enjoy it. So it's very important to support its growth. I wanted to touch on this point you're making about co-creation, collaboration, which I think is very important when we discuss all these trends and things that are going on. With regards to the House of Chocolate, what would you say has been a big impact from opening it a year on?
The the big impact of opening, well, it was so last year, end of May, we opened our House of Chocolate facility. And we inviting their chocolate manufacturers to embark on expedition on inspiration, innovation, and co-creation. It's very big. It's a 7,000 square meter building where we have an all-in-one experience that we help the manufacturing from the trends, from great ideas into innovative products. And I must say, I'm very proud of that, because looking back now, after 1 year, we have 70% occupation in the House of Chocolate. That we have customers coming, from the gourmet customers to food manufacturers, to large food manufacturers, but also medium-sized manufacturers, to bakery pastries, to chocolatiers. So we have world-class chefs coming in. We have sensory that's working together with our sensory experts. So I think this is great to see. And we have already 130 meetings where we hosted chefs, and we have a lot of master classes that we already have in our space. So I think it is proving that it is a unique facility and a unique base for Cargill's customers to innovate, to provide an opportunity to discover chocolate trends, tested out ideas in the Sensory Expertise Center, the demo kitchen, and even then also at the pilot line for smaller production. So I'm very proud that we have that capability under one roof in Mouscron.
As you should be. And I'm sure we're all looking forward to seeing what will come out in the future from that facility. I wanted to ask you, Inge, about this idea of indulgence in chocolate, which you touched upon very briefly earlier, how more consumers are interested in health and wellness, but also wanting to enjoy chocolate and seeing it as maybe an affordable indulgence. From your perspective, how can health and indulgence go hand in hand?
Very great question. So I think today the consumers, they want it all. And they want to have a great tasting indulgence product, but not at the cost, like I already earlier mentioned, of their health and the nutrition goals. That's one thing. So we find that some solutions on that to co-create. So natural ingredients is one of the claims on packaging, which is very important. And like said already, 70% of the EMEA consumer considering the lack of additional sweeteners to be very important. So working on that helps to bring the consumers a healthy product, a clean label, but it should taste very good. That's very important. So we have a couple of examples in our range. When you look at our Herkens Sweetie Cocoa Powder, this is a range of cocoa powder that can be used in beverage, but that brings, let's say, a very huge sugar reduction. So less sugar is very important, but it creates the same taste, a good taste. So I think this is one of the examples. If you look at confectionery then, if you go to the confectionery side, then we have also in our chocolate business, sugar-reduced chocolates. And we have also products that we showed also in the FIE with a Nutri-Score, which is becoming more and more important, that have a lower Nutri-Score at the end product itself. Yeah. So there are a couple of solutions that we can bring, all with the ingredients, but also with the co-creation together with the customer to make sure that we remain at a very tasty and a very good product, but also have a lower sugar content or a lower Nutri-Score that attract the consumers. So yes, the answer is you can combine health also together with an indulgence solution and an indulgence product, where I think as Cargill, we can be the co-creator, the co-creative partner for our customers.
That's great. I think when we talk about these things and these demands around health, around taste, it's a big challenge. So being cognizant of the fact that not every product that's reduced in sugar is going to taste amazing, and sometimes there has to be some testing around that. So I think that's maybe something important to stress, that it's maybe a journey in reformulating healthier chocolate. Finally, Inge, I wanted to end by asking you about indulgence trends. What are some of the trends that you're seeing in the market, and have you responded to any of them in your own solutions?
In our own solutions, yeah, we are looking always at the trends, and it's for sure that we are also then, with the co-creation with the customer, we are coming with solutions. And I think one of the exciting trends was, like I previously mentioned, the new flavors. So experimenting new flavors. So in the last innovations that we did is the caramel. So the caramel chocolate that we are bringing into the market, it is the third most popular flavor within the chocolate confectionery. And we continue to see that not only today, but also in the future. So what we did was we created a kind of caramel sensorials, where there is a white chocolate combined with caramelized ingredients, and that gives a rich and indulgent caramel flavor, which is a classic one. Up till today, there was always a one-fits-all solution. So you did not have any choice. If you were a customer, you had a caramel, and it was the kind of caramel chocolate that you could buy. What we now did, together with our chocolate engineers, our chocolate experts, we can go much more to the non-one-size-fits-all approach, but having the nuanced wishes that we have in the market, because caramel in the UK is maybe not the same as a caramel wish in Italy or in Belgium. So we created now a kind of perfect blend for the premium indulgence. So you can have a choice depending on the wish of the flavor that you want to have in your caramel. We can have that whole range of caramel chocolate into the market. So I think that is an innovative way to answer also as Cargill towards the trends that we see in the market, which is the nostalgic flavor that we are seeing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Inge.